Ebusia, come with me again, or come with me again. This is your humble servant right here on this platform, Top Gossip 24, and I have a very fine message to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Dear Mr. Mahama, this is a letter that I just wrote from my end to your end, and I believe that by the end of this message, I believe that when this letter gets to you, you pay attention and you listen to it, because this is something that is very, very important. Mr. Mahama, I only want you to know that if you refuse to work at what is going on between Ghana, Nigeria, and the market issue, the Igbo king, and all that, I am here to tell you that this is going to be the decider for the 2028 election, and Ghanaians will pay you dearly if you refuse to work towards that. Let's go and listen to the whole.
All right, guys. You're welcome back down here on this platform. Mekase Oshamwa, all you have to say is say, filler. Okay, so today I have a different filler, but I have a message inside this filler, and I'll deliver that message to our president of the land, John Dramani Mahama. I have this message long ago, and I've been pondering over the message, and I've been thinking about the right time, the right way, and appropriate words to use. Listen to me. I have this message long time ago, and I've been thinking about how to deliver this message to our president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. If you're listening to me and you're a Ghanaian and you have the link and you have whatever it takes to send this message to John Dramani Mahama, I want you to send it to him, because I want him to know that I'm here today because I'm a Ghanaian and I feel that certain things is going on in Ghana and he's being quiet on that. And because I'm a Ghanaian and I've been with both NDC and MPP before, since 1992 until now, I feel like I need to talk, because now things are going out of hand. And if I don't say anything about it on this page, I think that I'm doing a disservice to our country and our motherland, Ghana. Mr. President, I greet you in the name of God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Mr. President, this is your humble servant right here on this platform, Top Gossip 24. Like I said, I'm a Ghanaian by birth, a Ghanaian citizen, bred, school, trained, and everything in Ghana. An engineer for that matter. And I have a message for you. I ask questions, and I want to ask you a series of questions today, Mr. President. Again, I've heard that some people say that yourself, you have some amount of Nigerian blood flowing through you because of your stepmother. I have a couple of people also asking that, is it because you were taken care of by your stepmother those days in Nigeria? You have what it takes to be a little bit compassionate for Nigerians, even though they are doing wrong things. These are questions that people keep asking, and I want to address that, and that is why I'm asking you direct, so I will know what is going on, Mr. President. I believe strongly that you have said it before, Mr. President, that before you are not even willing to be a president, okay? It was Otumfuo said to he will even urge you to be a vice president to John Fifi Atamils. May his soul rest in perfect peace. And through that, you are now the president of the land, Mr. President. Now, Mr. President, once again, I know this is your second term, and that is the last time you want to become a president of the Republic of Ghana. And in your mind, you want to make sure you set certain marks and certain things that is ahead of you. You want to clean them and make it work, Mr. President. Now, the other question that I have for you is that, how do you want to leave office, and how do you want Ghanaians to remember you in terms of your economic plans and in terms of your development and all that? And also, Mr. President, how do you want Ghanaians to remember you when it comes to Atasa, aka the self-acclaimed Igbo king issue? No issue ne koso Ghana se sia no, Nigeria for issue ne koso se sia no. Mr. President, people want to know how you want to be remembered one day when you are not in office as a president, how you handle it, because we know, even though Nana Akufo-Addo didn't say anything that much about the Nigerians, and when people were demonstrating on the street, he didn't say anything. You have said it, Mr. President, that there's nothing really going on and that Nigerians shouldn't worry as far as you are concerned, Mr. President. Now, I have a question, and I want to ask you, Mr. President, Do you believe, or are you a believer of what is going on in Ghana, where we have our labor laws and we have the GIPC laws, Mr. President, where we have laws that govern our market, and the Nigerians keep violating the law every now and then in the name of ECOWAS, Mr. President? What are you doing about that? What is your plan towards that, Mr. President? I have so many questions to ask you, and I feel like one day I should see you in front of me so I can ask you those million questions and get the answers, because I'm totally confused. And if you think some of us have not been so strong NDC before, then you are lying to yourself, Mr. President, because some of us, we have been there before, but we are getting disappointed, and some of us have decided to be on our own because of what is going on right now, Mr. President. Mr. President, I have series of questions, and I even don't know where to start and where to end, but I will do it this way, Mr. President. Again, the question I ask you here is, what is your relationship, Mr. President? Because people keep insinuating, people keep imagining, but I want to ask you a question, Mr. President. What is your relationship with Azongoe? What is your relationship with Osongoe? What is your relationship with Atasa, Atasa, aka the self-embattled Igbo king? What is your relationship with him, Mr. President? I have questions, and I'm asking them. I believe strongly that you have your men in your house, though, Mr. President. If your son appear to you one day out of nowhere and he asks you, Mr. President, what is your take? Or father, what is your take with respect to what is going on with this Nigerian issue? What are you going to tell your son? That is one thing. I'm your son. Let's take it, I'm your son right now. And I'm asking you, I know you are getting to 60 plus thereabout, but I'm asking, Mr. President, how will you answer your son if your son asks you that what is going on in the street, the demonstration about the Nigerians taking the law into their own hands and selling in our markets and stuff like that? If your son asks you what is the question, what's the question, what will be the answer that you give to your son at the end of the day, Mr. President? Mr. President, I have a message for you, and before I'll finish and I ask you all these questions, before I'll finish, I will tell you one thing. There's one thing going on, and I know that perhaps nobody have told you, including the pastors that are praying for you every day. I have a question, and I'm asking, how do you want to be measured based on the Nigerians that are flying through Ghana, based on the crime rate of Nigerians coming to Ghana, based on the crime rate of the people that we are inhabiting in Ghana, based on the level of people that are being killed every time in Ghana by Nigerians, Mr. President? What is your take? What is your personal take? What is your personal take, Mr. President? Now you are in charge. You were saying all manner of things, Mr. President. You were voted for to take care of Ghana for 4 years, and you promised to leave a mark, Mr. President. So far, under 10 months, what mark have you left? Or what mark, or what have you done so far, Mr. President, in these 9-10 months that you've been the president, in terms of this Nigerian issue? Because for me, if I have to measure you, I'll measure you based on the international relation you are having, or based on what is going on within Ghana and Nigeria. That's how I'm going to judge you, Mr. President, because I think that on that score, Mr. President, you are failing. And on that score, you are failing. And nobody is telling you, but I'm here to tell you in the face, Mr. President. Mr. John Dramani Mahama, I am not so happy, and I'm not a happy person. I'm not a happy person because of the people that are going through problems, or because of the way Ghanaians are suffering in our market. Because Nigerians have come in with their ritual monies, and they are selling all kinds of things our people need to sell in the market, and our people are not getting people to come and buy their stuff, because the Nigerians are coming in with fake product and they will sell it at cheaper price, and Ghanaians will buy, and then the ordinary Ghanaian sitting in the market will not be able to sell. Mr. President, I listened to you the last time when you were asked about this question, and you said that Parliament is going to review the GIPC law, and that you think that if that is upheld, or if the old law is upheld, there is not going to be competition in market. Mr. President, do you think that Ghanaians are ready to start trading on the market sell together with a foreigner, the same thing that the law of GIPC allow us to do? Do you think Ghanaians are ready? No, Mr. President, I think Ghanaians are not ready. Mr. President, I need to address this issue, and I have asked you a bunch of questions already, and I'm looking for answers. But I have one thing I want to tell you before I go. Dear John Dramani Mahama. Now, before I leave also, let me just use this opportunity to speak and ask our mother, Lordina, Madam Lordina, if you are listening to me, if somebody is hearing this, may that person send this message to Lordina. Lordina, please, call your husband, talk to him. This Nigerian issue, if he refuses to handle it well, that will be what will spell a doom for his government. Listen to me carefully. Before I'll leave, I'm saying that, Mr. President, if you refuse to deal with these Olosho people, to deal with the Nigerians living in Ghana, to deal with Atasa, the self-acclaimed and battle Igbo king, Mr. President, if you refuse to deal with him, that is what is going to spell doom for your tenure, your second tenure. I'm telling you, because at the end of the day, most Ghanaians and the youth in Ghana are now looking at you with a different eye, which you don't know. Perhaps you think that those that are talking and making all the videos on TikTok, YouTube, talking about this Nigerian issue, they are pro-MPP. Mr. President, that is a pure lie. I'm not going to tell you everything, but that is a pure lie. Some of us, we have been an NDC executive elsewhere before, changed to be an MPP executive before, and we are back on the stream doing our own thing and making sure that we don't belong to any political party. So between the two political parties, we've been inside there before and we know what is going on, Mr. President. But I'm here to tell you, you will go down. You will go down because of this Nigerian issue, Mr. President. You will go down because of this Nigerian issue. And I'm calling on you this very minute, this very Sunday, Mr. President. I'm calling on you, wherever you are, Mr. President. I'm calling on you to wake up and measure up and double up on this issue. Okay, whatever is going on right now in Ghana, with respect to what the Chukwudi and all the sub-chiefs and the number of Nigerians, 5 million Nigerians in Ghana are doing, Mr. President, if you don't solve this problem and you leave office in 2028, that will be something that will be part of you. It will be part of you. People will remember you for that, because you are the only person that have responded to it. And I'm telling you, this is nothing than you think is a political issue. It's not coming close to MPP. And I want you to know, if somebody is listening to me who is an NDC person, tell that person that this Igbo issue that is going on in Ghana, it has nothing to do with politics, and it is not MPP. And don't think that the guys that are doing the thing with Dr. Asayaga, they are MPP people. If you think that way, you are shallow-minded, because we can all see what is going on. We can all witness what the Nigerians are doing in Ghana. The crime rate, if you check the amount of crime that have been committed on this year alone, for this year alone, and you check the number of Nigerians that have been arrested from the north to the south to the east to the west to Kumasi, check, you see everywhere their names are involved in any form of crime that will happen in Ghana. And that is why, Mr. President, even if you think that arresting them and putting them behind bars and jailing them will solve the problem, Mr. President, it's not working. So, Mr. President, once again, before I leave, I think that you have to consider talking to your counterpart, Tinubu, to come and collect his people back. And to the Nigerians listening to me, I want you guys to know that you guys need to solve your own problem. Don't run away. Stop running away from Nigeria. Solve your problem. Solve it. It is the most important thing you have to do. Yesterday, I watched a video where stores and buildings in Lagos, whatever city they call it, is being destroyed because those things belong to the same Igbo people. Mr. President, if you don't solve these problems, if you don't wake up and respond to this Igbo King issue, if you don't interject, if you don't come to the aid of Ghanaians about this market issue, this thing will down you. This thing will go to the heart of the NDC. And I'm telling you, the 2028 election will be decided because of this issue. Listen, 2028 election, Mr. President, will definitely be decided because of this atasa and what the Nigerians are doing in Ghana. So you have to find a means to solve some of these problems, Mr. President. I am telling you, and that is what I'm saying. Perhaps the national security is not telling you. Perhaps the national security is not getting you much information with respect to what is going on. But I can confidently tell you that if we have to vote today based on what is going on in Ghana right now, you might not get the same amount of vote you got. I'm telling you, because the youth of Ghana are getting furious and they are getting angry because of this Atasa and this Nigerian guy, the IGBO self-acclaimed king, who is living in Ghana and throwing his weight about. Because he's your friend, Mr. President, because he have seen you before, Mr. President, because he's been part of the NDC perhaps. So Mr. President, please, I have a message for you. My message is, if you don't wake up to solve this problem and you see these people as friends, and you see them as friends, and you see the Igbo king as a friend, Mr. President, I'm telling you that one day Ghanaians will point their fingers on you. This is a message from me to you, Mr. President. I want to address you, and I've asked series of questions, and I need answer as a son. Consider me as a son living in your home, asking you questions about what is going on and how you want to approach and how you want to handle it. Consider me as a son, Mr. President, and leave ECOWAS out of the blue moon. Let them know that under ECOWAS they can stay for only 90 days and that anybody without a document cannot stay in Ghana and work in Ghana and tell us what to do in Ghana. Before I go one more time, guys, let me use this opportunity. Our mothers, our fathers, those who have built hotels and those who have built houses and those who have built homes and stuff like that, please listen to me. Do not rent any part of your house, any part of your room, any part of your apartment, any part of your hotel to any Nigerian coming to stay in Ghana permanently. If the person is coming for business and go, that's fine. But coming to stay in Ghana, please, all those people who have rented places for Nigerians, go ahead and ask them to start leaving. Once they don't have a place to live, they will go. Now, shame on to those people selling land in Ghana to Nigeria. And if you're a Nigerian and you bought a land in Ghana, I am telling you, you are throwing your money away, because one of these days, the whole building will be pulled down like it's happening in Lagos. I'm telling you guys, take it from me. One of these days, it will be pulled down. Dear Mr. President, before I leave, I greet you, and I know this message will get to you. Listen, if you don't want to go down, as a president who came to power the second time and disgraced himself based on this Atasa issue, resolve it and let Ghanaians see that you are capable. Good evening. Bye for now.